Me, the professor, you know what time it is. It's early in the morning, and I did shave my beard off for a gas mask class, so thank you very much about that. So um, let's just talk about this. Let's talk about this hair, raptor nails, fingernails that are this long, which you can't wipe your ass with, covered in glitter and beads and diamonds and earrings and stuff. They are really pretty. They look good from far, but they're an indication of something that is far from good. And that is the fakeness of a modern woman when it comes to beauty standards. What they've done, basically and essentially done, is taking what trans gentlemen do and done it to themselves. What do I mean by that? Well, trans gentleman is a man with biceps, no boobs, and a penis that would go and have an operation to change himself from what he naturally is into something that he feels he is, but it is absolutely unnecessary and unnatural. It's a mental illness. Now, when it comes to the ladies, you have to realize that a lot of these styles that they use in the United States were actually invented by trans gentlemen. Trans gentlemen. Now, if you look at models on the runway, all the women look like 12-year-old boys because the dog's going to start barking and I have to go. Give them a bunch of bones and shut the fuck up and they just don't quit. How about that? Fake eyelashes. What are fake eyelashes? Oh my God. I want to kill this dog. Fake eyelashes were invented by an English prostitute in 1860s or 1880s and got a patent on fake eyelashes, and they were liquid preventers of whatever to get into the eyes, to prevent liquid to going in the eyes. Basically, the prostitutes were having a problem with men, ejaculating in their eyes and getting in their eyes. So this prostitute invented eyelash extensions, which is pretty brilliant. Okay, so that's two. All right, and a lot of people have them. I had to tell my woman when I got to Mexico, I was like, all that ain't happening. And she's like, all right, doesn't do it anymore. And what's ironic is that the minute that she stopped taking and having those things glued on, her own eyelashes started to look prettier. And then I'm not talking about with makeup and painting and all that stuff. They literally made her eyes, which are very big, look very like proportional for a change. And they didn't have she didn't ever have the big giant ones like, trans gentlemen do at the book readings, or clowns. So that was that. I just put my foot down and said no. So she's like, okay, no big deal. Another thing is that painting your hair a different color or wearing a wig. Now, I actually do have a wig. It's a stage wig, and it's professionally made for, operas, which I'm in, or theater, which I'm not in. But I do it for fun. You know what I mean? Because we can dress up and play any character that we want. Well, if you're in the opera world, they assign you your character. And you put this on. It's glued on. Now, they take this mesh it's like a piece of stocking, and they put it on your head, and they put pins in it. And then they take this hair hat and put it on, and they put pins in that, and they connect that with the mesh thing that they put on your head. And then they take and glue with, oh my God, I remember this. The first opera I did, it was called Tales of Hoffman. It was at the Palm Beach Opera, and I was asked to do ballroom dancing, dressed like George Washington. And they glued my powder wig onto my head with, I want to say it was like some kind of a rubber cement because it burned like shit when they put it on. Let's see. Yeah, and it didn't take, after it was over with, they take acetone and take it off. So I'm not with a wig on. So it's another lie. Wigs are a lie. You see me on stage, you think I'm somebody else because I'm pretending to be an Egyptian, or I'm pretending to be like a bad guy in the French Revolution or something like that. I'm always playing a bad guy, so they always put me in a long-haired wig. A lot of times I get a black beard, so I look like a really bad guy, which is awesome. But it's all glued on. How many? I mean, it's not natural. You could defend this all you want, but I only go to the opera to sing, to dance, and to do my shit. And I'm gonna wear a wig because it's part of the job. Do you wear a wig because it's part of the job? To pretend? Because everything's fake. But Mr. Palmer, he would say, oh, it's my hair because I paid for it. That's right. That's the excuse. I bought it, so it's mine. But it's ridiculous. And then we're talking about black women. I'm talking about all women, because down here in Latin America, they put them on too. They put hair extensions in their hair. They dye their hair colors red and orange and purple and teal and all this stuff. Some of them paint their hair gray to make it look like 14-year-old girls literally painting their whole head like they have gray hair. All fake. I mean, let's be realistic about something. It's cold as balls here in Mexico, by the way, you guys. So if you didn't know, Mexico is cold. I know this is ridiculous too, but it's just as ridiculous as a hair hat or a wig. It's not natural. It doesn't look good. Men don't like it. Men don't like fake nails. How do you wipe your butt with those things? That's ridiculous. Men don't like fake eyelashes. I mean, some men do, but normally you don't take those kind of women seriously because normally they're, fake. And who wants a fake woman? Now the question has been dropped. Well, you're not a real man unless you do X, Y, Z. Well, what is a real man defined as? Let's talk about that. A real man doesn't have a wig on. Now you might take things as a real man takes care of X, Y, Z. Yeah, financially. Look, if a woman is valuable to the man in terms of natural need for reproduction and company, they will practically do anything for the woman. And it's natural to do so because that's what a real man does. But what's the opposite? Well, you want us to be real men, but you want to wear fake eyelashes, fake nails, tattoo eyebrows on your head, glue an opera wig onto your head, paint your hair a zillion different colors of orange, red, so we definitely don't take you serious. You look like a traffic cone. Waist trainers when you don't work out. Fake. We call them faja surprise down here in Mexico. A faja basically is a compression suit or compression shorts or a compression like stomach thing that makes the fat stomach invisible when you put regular clothes on top of it. And what you're seeing from a distance, like I said, good from far, but once you take that shit off, it's far from good. All the blubber comes out. So like I said, real man versus fake woman. Every single thing I pointed out so far is stuff that's fake. Now, if I put on, let's say, elevator shoes. Those were back in the day. And it would make you like an inch taller. I'm 6 foot, so if I put on 1 inch, I'm suddenly 6'1". But it's a fake 6'1", so I'm not a real man. However, if a woman puts on high heels and makes herself exceedingly taller when she's 4'9", 4 foot nothing, okay, I'll give you a pass on that one. And it's an acceptable pass, but that's just one. Fingernails are disgusting. They're covered in every kind of germ possible and it gets inside the nails, so no extension nails. Look, natural lady nails. We got any, come one of the ladies over here. Show us your natural nails. They will do it because it's not an issue. They really enjoy painting their nails, but the long fingernails, the raptor claws, that whole stuff in the United States is not an issue here. No. There are some in places like Guadalajara where a lot of Americanized Mexican women live. So yeah, there's that. Mexico City. A lot of Americanized Western women, Mexican women there too. I mean, I'm not going to dismiss them. I've had plenty. I just don't want the fake ones. It's not too much to ask for, right? A faja. Like compression pants. Like Lululemons that make the butt go higher and the legs look like there's nothing underneath. No jelly. High heels. I mean, come on. Makeup. I've seen the transformations on Instagram, the before and afters, and it's astonishing. Especially with your fellow, you're swiping on all of them, and you see this picture like, ooh, she's pretty good. And you meet her in person, and she's a pig. Fake, false. It's all lies. Fake eyelashes we talked about, invented by a prostitute in 1890. Hair hats. They're disgusting. But you know what? I do have a little rancho, and we have bales of hay. Now, what I've discovered being here in Mexico is that the hay that's grown here is like alfalfa type of hay. And when I smell a woman's hair extensions or braids or even a wig entirely, it smells exactly like what we call pacas. Pacas are bales of hay or bales of alfalfa that smell a certain way. And you'll find that a woman's wig, extensions, braids that have been in more than 2 or 3 weeks and they don't wash it or whatever because it freezes out, it smells exactly like a bale of hay. Can't make this stuff up, guys. We want real women that don't smell like a bale of hay. I can go to the ranch right now and get all the bales of hay I want. I don't want one on top of your head. You know what I mean? I don't want you to have to glue fake stuff on your head in order for you to feel pretty and attractive. Be a good woman on the inside. Look in the mirror and say, hey, what's wrong with me that these men are running off to other countries? What is the problem that I'm not addressing on the inside of me that these men are telling us that they don't fucking like at all? Guys, I've gone out with Colombian women that had tits bigger than my head, teeny tiny waists, and butts with all implants, completely fake. And you know what's weird? Those butt implants, like you're gonna hit it from the back, you're not gonna be doing that because it's now weird. The sting is there, and it's like in a weird, I don't know. I had to hit it from side or front, but it's like a pointless because now you have this big butt that I would like to hit, but I can't. Not because it's too big, but it's in a weird position that you would normally think, okay, a normal chick, hit it from the back. There you go. It's beautiful. But you try and do it with a chick with a big ass implant. You know what I mean? And another thing, those are dangerous. You know, I understand if you got a skinny ass and you got a fat stomach and you take the fat out of your stomach and you inject it into your ass. That's all right. You know what, though? It's a mortality rate is extremely high on any plastic surgery, specifically butt implants. So why would we want to go through? Why would you want to go through that? I want to do it for myself. You want to do it for yourself? What do you see? What you see is a reaction and validation of other men. Okay, we've clearly said that we don't like them, and yet it's a trend, and you're doing it to impress other people that don't like them anyway. So let's talk about this. You want a real man who brings 6 figures. I'm 6 foot, over 6 inches, and a 6-pack. Yes, I do. Thank you. Okay? It's all there. But guess what? This is all real. No operations, no plastic surgery. This is gym time. This is, suffering in the diet. Look at my face. You guys saw that I shaved my fucking homeless man beard so that I could demonstrate to you guys my Hulk Hogan mustache. Thank you very much. So I could wear a mask and go put out fires. You can't fake that shit. Fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake eyebrows that are tattooed on so you look surprised all the time. Botox, guilty. Injections in the face, guilty. Hey, I want to look good too. But there's something that you need to know, is that all my shit is real. These muscles are real. I earned them because I put the time in the gym. Now, you might have gone under the knife and had your abs sculpted with lasers and all that stuff and had your pussy regenerated, but the reality is, look at this guy. The LT is in the house. Thank you very much. Man, I kind of wish that we could make this a little simpler for people. If we're telling you what we don't like, and then you combat us and say that we should like it. It's like saying a regular man should like a trans man, a trans gentleman, and if I don't like a trans gentleman, then I'm supposedly phobic of some kind. No, I just have a preference of women. Women are beautiful. I don't like men. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I hang out with dudes because I don't like hanging out with women. I got a woman here, but I'd rather hang out with my bros than go on four-wheelers. Why? Because we're not trying to fuck each other. We're not trying to impress each other. So you could see, we're real. Real men. Listen to this. Real men. You want a real man? How about be a real woman? A real woman has real eyelashes. A real woman has real hair. A real woman has her own tits. A real woman doesn't have an ass implant. A real woman doesn't have tattoos for eyebrows. If a woman has fingernails that are not naturally, and they're this fucking long and you can't wipe your own ass, that's not natural. So you want a real man, but you want to be real fake. I'm the professor, and you guys are making me want to shout. It's ridiculous. The double standard is really... Imagine this. You know those guys in Brazil that like pump all the oil into their biceps, and it's clearly ridiculous, and they have like forearms that are super skinny, but they have these big fat biceps because they're injecting like 50 mLs of mineral oil into their arms and legs and everything else. That's fake. And it's obvious. And people run up to him and take pictures and stuff. Look at this guy. He worked so hard in injecting oil into his arms. So, let's talk about that. Can a guy be fake? Yeah, just like that. A guy could be a $30,000 millionaire too. That's fake. But if that's all you care about and that's all you're attracted to, you're not looking for a real man at all. You're looking for a sponsor or a sugar daddy. So what do you bring to the table besides sex? Well, you've already pointed out, well, I'm beautiful and I'm the table. No, if you don't bring anything besides sex, you're nothing better than a prostitute, and I can go and hire a maid, clean my house. I can have a woman come and wash my clothes. I could pay her $10 an hour. She'd be happy as shit down here. That's a lot of money. So a real woman is by instinct going to take care of her man. A real woman physically on the outside is going to say, hey, you know what? I know that I'm fighting against time. I'm fighting against gravity. And after a certain age, if the woman doesn't work out, doesn't do yoga, and isn't flexible, eventually they end up being flabby and fat, and not a lot of people are going to take them seriously. Yeah, you'll get run through. They'll smash the shit out of you. I will blast you in your goddamn guts. But I believe it, but I won't take you seriously. If you have fake eyelashes, I won't take you seriously. If you have fake fingernails, nobody with a penis that you find attractive is going to find you attractive, because you're a liar. Everything about you is a lie. Fake eyelashes, fake hair, extensions, braids, fingernails, plastic surgery, Botox, tattooed eyebrows. None of this is all paid for. All of this is paid for. Prepackaged bullshit. Now, come on down to Colombia, where they do have surgeries for that kind of stuff. But you know what? A majority of women don't have money for that kind of stuff. So they naturally have gazungas that are natural, teeny tiny waist, and you know what I'm saying? I will dig in your goddamn guts. And now it's all real. And I've had too many to deal with in the past. Panama's pretty good. Now, by the way, guys, if you guys want to meet Colombian women or Venezuelan women, you go to Panama City. Yeah, that's where they all are, and they're not all prostitutes. It's like people who fled their country because of poverty. And yes, they're in a lot of trouble because they just didn't have anything. But they managed to get to Panama, get dollar-paying jobs, and to get on top. You're going to meet these ladies in the pharmacy, the bakery, the butcher shop has pretty girls. I can never get that. Why do they put pretty girls in the butcher shop? I never understood that. Why do they put pretty girls in a butcher shop? I don't get it. You figure it'd be a big burly dude with blood all over a white apron and stuff. No, they have like beautiful, beautiful girls who don't have stupid fingernails. Yeah, you're going to get the fake eyelashes down here. But they don't know that they're called cumbrellas because they were invented by an English prostitute in 1890 or 1880. Fake eyelashes, fake brows. Okay, so implants, we talked about tit implants. Look, they are what they are. If you want the kind of attention that's bad attention, that's what you're going to get. But listen, if they're fake tits, they are exactly what they are. They're a lie. It means they're not real. See, my girl's a nun, like literally smaller than mine, and bodybuilder chest. Okay? Six pack, in condition, you know, age appropriate, whatever that means, an adult. That's my age. Thank you. Men want to be real. You got to be real. Hang out with your bros. Don't waste your time with your 04s. Don't chase after. You know, the problem is simping. These dudes are so thirsty. I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, I'm sitting here having this talk, and a woman jumps in the chat, and everybody's like, hey, gorgeous. Hey, beautiful. Hey, everything else. And I'm like, we're just talking about avoiding these situations, situationships, where these women are going to interchange sex for money and then try and ruin you after the fact. Not all, but many, many, many have been accused of stuff. That's why I'm saying most of the stuff that they do can be devious, and you need to watch out for it. That's why I say get your passport. It's just that bad. Now let's talk about the pH of a woman's pussy. If a woman's pussy stinks, that means that the pH is messed up, that they have poor hygiene. Fortunately, American women seldom, if ever, go to the gynecologist. It's not my problem, but it is my problem when I pull your pants down. You smell like salmon that's been in a dumpster for 5 days. That's disgusting. And if you don't take care of yourself on the inside, and you got all this fake shit on the outside, what man in their right mind will want to go back to that? Which is why I suggest all men go and get your fucking passport and go where you're treated the very best. Now, my experience has been being treated best. By definition, meaning people are kind, sociable with you, judge you based on your character and not the way you appear. Now that's a bullshit story because down in Mexico, they judge you based on what you're dressed like. Look at this silly hat I have on my head. All right, Mr. Goodbread Show has one of these, and he's in New York freezing his ass off. I'm down in Mexico, and it just happens to be a little crispy and cool outside today. So I decided to throw this on and come and talk to you guys about fake shit. Nobody wants to deal with fake. If you went to your job and it was a fake job, doing fake business for fraudsters, man. Oh, look at this guy. Hey, listen, man, I'm heading to the gym too, but I'm bringing my Mexicana with me. So we're going to do some squats. We're going to get in some deadlifts Tuesday. But yeah, man, get after it. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm the professor. Man, listen, you guys need to jump into the Enlightened Western Men's Group. Austin Holloman, which is one of the passport bros. He's got he's got a great following and everything. There's a lot of help that could be done in there. You could really contribute a lot. So anyway, I'm the professor, and I really appreciate all of you guys tuning in, and I'm out.